So I had this dream, and in this dream, I saw a theta chart. Now this chart was massive. This is me here, and this chart was basically the size of a house. It was huge. It had a white background. There was a luminescent being here that was very bright. It felt like a feminine energy. I guess it was some type of angel that looks over the economics of crypto or economics in general. I'm not exactly sure, but I felt this light presence here. And when I looked at the chart, now I didn't see the chart lines here. I kind of just drew this in for what I felt intuitively what it looked, but when I just wanted to look at the prices it was actually going to hit these. So all I was really focusing on was that it hit 50. Now the 50 was in red. And then later on, not too far, but later on it hit 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Now they were very close together, possibly only a few months apart. So even if you buy Theta at $1,000, you're going to double your money within a few months, and then double it again in another few months. So the exponential growth of this coin is very tremendous.
So before we get into the stream, it is very important that I let you all know that I'm not a financial advisor. Therefore, anything that you hear me say here should not be taken as any type of financial advice. And also, in a second, I'll share with you guys my low limit buy prices for Theta and quickly have a look at it on the charts as well. Now, what exactly is Theta? When you think of Theta, think video streaming meets the blockchain. Now, Theta is a decentralized video streaming network that was launched in 2017, I think. It was launched on the Ethereum blockchain originally. And then it had later since then migrated to its own blockchain. It uses the proof of stake consensus mechanism as opposed to the proof of work consensus mechanism, which can be not as efficient, can be cumbersome by comparison to the proof of stake, I believe, yes. Because the proof of work uses mathematical, it requires a lot of computers, making a lot of mathematical equations in order to create blocks. But the proof of stake is much more efficient, guys. And that's what Theta uses. Now, just how fast is Theta? Well, it has a TPS of 1,000, which means that it settles 1,000 transactions in 1 second. Now that's impressive if you ask me, which means that it's not only efficient, it's also fast as well. It's one very powerful blockchain. Now they have their own NFT marketplace. They also have a second token, which is called T-Fuel. It is used to pay for gas fees on the network, and is also used as rewards for those who stake Theta. Now, Theta also has very large partnerships, such as Google, which acts as a validator node for its blockchain. It also has other partnerships, such as Sony and also Samsung, which has recently integrated the Theta network into their smartphones. So this year is a very progressive project that's not wasting any time at all, and it may very well be the future of video streaming. We most definitely cannot underestimate the potential for this project. The future, basically, what it is basically the future of video streaming done on the blockchain. Okay, so all of this was basically a synopsis of what Theta is all about. Now, let's go ahead and check it out on the chart so I can show you guys where I would put my low limit buy orders for this coin and also where you guys can get it. Okay, so our brother said that in his dream, he saw this massive chart of Theta in front of him. And he showed the comparison on this depiction right here, how huge this chart was in comparison to himself. So, and to the left of the chart was an angelic figure, which appeared to be a feminine angelic figure. And that there is on point because I myself have had similar experiences where Yah sent angels to give me instruction and information. And you'll know the difference, whether it's from Yah or from the enemy. So Here, he said that he first saw it went up to 50. Now, this is $50, guys. And he said the the 50 here was in red. Let me go ahead and pause it. So that 50 right there, he said it was in red. Now that indicates that it actually went higher. It went to a higher price. That's what that means. And y'all just basically show him that that's at least where it is going on that particular run. There's actually lower runs that are coming before the 50, but I may get into that in some other video. But this 50 here, it will actually go higher than $50 in this particular run. And then he said that as far as the lines, he had put in the lines because he didn't see any lines in his dream. He only saw the numbers. So the first, what he saw was the 50 right here, and at the higher numbers, at some point later, which he has no idea when that will be, it went, let me pause it. It went to $1,000, and then $2,000, and then $3,000. And then something that he mentioned that I find to be interesting is that the space between the 1,000 and the 2,000 and 3,000 was much, much closer than the space between the 50 and the 1,000. To the point where he mentions that he was using examples that if you were even to purchase Theta at $1,000, he said that within a short period of time, probably within months, you could double your money when it goes to $2,000 and then $3,000. So basically, it will take a very short period of time for it to go from 1,000 to 2,000 and also from 2,000 to 3,000. The time period between these prices will be much, much shorter than that of the 50 to the 1,000. So that's some very interesting information right there as well. So guys, now let's go ahead and take a look at what it looks like on the charts and see where we can get it to purchase and see if we can figure out some low limit buy prices for it as well. Now it's currently at 15 cents and it appears to have flatlined, or it's getting ready to flatline on the charts here. But it has a market cap of 156 million. And look at this. I like this, guys. Its total supply is 1 billion. Its max supply is 1 billion. And its circulating supply is 1 billion. I really, really like that. Scarcity creates value. This is what you want to see. Now I can most definitely see this coin pumping all the way up to thousands of dollars. Now it also says here that the all-time highs at $15, which on some exchanges, it's actually much higher than that, which you guys are about to find out. Its all-time low is 3 cents, around 3-4 cents. Now, where can you guys get it to purchase? Okay, as you guys can see here, for you guys that are in the United States, your options are Binance US. You can also purchase it on OKX US. Even though as regards OKX, I wouldn't recommend you purchasing it and holding it on that particular exchange. I'd advise that as soon as you purchase it, you would send it off to your cold storage because it's definitely on Ledger and also on Tangem. You guys in the US can also purchase it on Uphold, and the same thing applies. I don't recommend holding a lot of tokens on these exchanges like Uphold because they tend to greatly limit your actions. It's also on Gate.io, it's on Qcoin, it's on Huobi, it's on Crypto.com. I think you guys in the US have access to Crypto.com as well. You can purchase it on there. It's on LBank. It's on a great deal of other exchanges, guys. It's on Mixi Global. It's on Bitmart. You guys can go ahead and purchase it on these exchanges. It's on a number of exchanges. It's, however, not on Kraken, unfortunately. So it's not yet on Kraken. So this is it on the charts. Let's go ahead and check it out on the charts real quick to see if we can find a low limit buy price for it. It's currently at 15 cents and it's heading downwards. This is on the weekly. It's still very bearish, still heading downwards. As I've stated before, it appears to have flatlined or about to flatline. Since it made this pump here all the way back in 2020, it went up all the way to $44. So it's pretty close to where brother saw it at around 50 bucks. And even though it appears to have flatlined, there's still room for it to crash. Like I said, its all-time low was 3 cents on the exchange. So I'm going to give you my low limit buy orders for it. Now, considering where it had pumped and where it's prophesied to go, and the price that it's currently at right now, I believe it's incredibly undervalued. This coin is obviously undervalued for what it is. THETA is the first of its kind, a decentralized video streaming network that will run on the blockchain. Are you kidding me? This is innovation. This is the future of video streaming. This is something that could potentially supplant even YouTube. I'd say this is a must-have for everyone in their holdings, because I know that I personally will hold this coin. Now, so some low limit buy prices for this coin. It's currently at 15 cents. I'd say it's heading all the way down to 1 cent. Bitcoin is going to pull it down much, much lower. So there's room for more capitulation for this token. If you guys want to take advantage of it, you can set low limit buy orders around 1 cent or 0.001 to 1 cent. So 0.001 on the low end, and at the high end around 1 cent. That would be good buy orders for this coin. Perhaps there's some of you out there who can afford to purchase it at these current prices, disregarding the dips that we will have, because it will most definitely go lower. And if that's you, I would say go ahead, purchase it and secure it. Send it over to your cold storage and start to stack up. Because considering where this coin is headed, this is more than a deal. And this is all just in my opinion. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. My job is just to present you the information, and then you will do with it. You will decide what you will do and what steps you will take. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to bring this to your attention and make you all aware of it. You guys, please take very good care of yourselves. Peace. Shalom. Until next time.